Cicero is a home to 17 elementary schools, 1 junior high, 1 freshman center, and 1 high school. Me Morton East High School. As of 2014, the school has a total of 3,621 students enrolled. With a graduate rate of 70%, only 15% of students achieve a score of at least 21 on the ACT. So what do people in the community think about Morton East? We decided to find out. First, we decided to ask a student who currently attends the school. Meet Amy Ramirez, a current senior at Morton East. She believes many people have bad image of the school, though she herself doesn't.
My name is Amy Ramirez. I go to Morton East and I am 18. It's a public school, and because it's in Cicero, I guess it also has to do with the way it was before.
Overall, she summed up her opinion as
And this and that. Now, not really. Hardly anyone who's ghetto or started problems. No, I don't know. People make a lot of stuff up about my school and how it's ghetto and this and that, but it's really not ghetto at all. There's no fights, no gangbangers, nothing at all. It's good. But the environment's actually really safe. Everybody's really comfortable with each other. At prom, everybody would just be like, "Oh my God, you look so pretty." Everybody got along. It was fun.
Overall, she summed up her opinions as
it's not as bad as people say it is. It's a lot better. You have to go to the school in order to know what it's like instead of judging it before you even get there. Because when you meet someone and you tell them you go to that school, they immediately go, "Oh, you go there?" I've met a lot of people and they're like, "Oh, you go there and you look so smart." It's it doesn't matter. The school's actually fine. They give us the same classes they give everywhere else.
We then decided to ask an adult's opinion on the school. Meet Anna Echeverria, a parent who chose not to send her child to Morton East. She chose not to send her daughter to the high school due to budget cuts.
Primero que nada porque hubo muchos recortes al distrito 201, que es el Morton East, y recortaron créditos. So, cuando los niños se gradúan tienen menos créditos y no pueden escoger no tienen muchas opciones para escoger una universidad grande. Son limitadas, sus opciones son limitadas.
When asked if she liked the school, she answered with,
No me gusta. No me gusta porque no siento que sea apropiada. Siento que los salones están sobrepoblados. No siento que haya mucha seguridad. Y lo que más no me gusta es que a cualquier hora que yo camino por la escuela siempre veo niños caminando.
She believes more public high schools in Cicero may solve some of Morton East's problems, adding that
Tal vez las escuelas públicas invertirían un poquito más de dinero si hubiera como competencia entre secundarias, y no sería su única opción porque pues realmente no tienen otra opción más que ir a esa secundaria. Sí, porque mira, por ejemplo, ustedes no pueden aplicar para las escuelas como las Magnet o una escuela pública de Chicago porque ustedes viven en un suburbio. Entonces su única opción es ir a Morton East o Morton West. That's it. O sea, no tienen otra opción. Tienen que ir ahí. O pagan una escuela privada o se van ahí. Porque no pueden escoger otro lugar, otra escuela pública donde no paguen. Y no creo que eso esté bien. Yo creo que debería de haber más de una. Como hay en muchas partes hay más de una, entonces los niños tienen opciones de ir.
Finally, we asked a student who has transferred from Morton, meet Giselle, a former Morton. We asked Giselle about problems she saw at Morton East.
I'm Giselle Costa. I'm 17 and I'm a junior. It was about 30 students in each class. But a lot of physical fights. If not every week, at least 2 a month, either in the cafeteria or in the stairs or in the class. It was just so many fights. The students aren't they don't have motivation for school and that kind of things. The school doesn't have a lot of income as a public school should. So since there's daily absences up to 300 students absent a day, because it has like a school total of like 3,500 students. So it would just, we have like they had low like income, and then there's no AC, the classes are very crowded, you barely have space to move around the class, it's so hot, and in the winter it's still hot, and the only like renovated things are the cafeteria and the gym, but the rest of the school needs a lot of renovation. Like if you follow everything and you do what you're supposed to, then you're good, but most of the school is not like that. So we have LEC, which is like all day detention basically, and the only bad part about that was that you can easily get LEC for the whole day for even having pink socks. But we could not have colored socks, we could not have colored belts, like that sort of like rules. You could easily have detention the whole day in there, and I mean that's like the only bad part, since it's so strict about that. Just for having like blue socks or something, you have to miss your classes to be in a room for punishment basically. The worst part of the year is in the beginning of the year, because that's still like really hot. Like let's say outside is like 80 degrees, the inside goes up to 100 degrees. It's really gross, it's really crowded, everybody's sweating like crazy. That's like the worst part of the school. But since it's an old school, you can't get AC. But we have 4 floors. Well, we had 4 floors, and you have 5 minutes to get to class. So like you don't have a chance to go to your locker or do anything. You gotta like run to your class, and like you don't have time to do anything basically during passing periods. You need to like hurry up to go to your class, because it's so big and it's so crowded and there's so many people everywhere that you literally sometimes have to push people to get through. That's a huge part, that there's many students that would want to go to a different school just because, not because of the school itself, but because of the student population. But you just can't, because it's where you're located at, that's the only high school that's there. So it just really sucks for anybody that wants to go to a different school, because they either have to go to that school, or like I did go to a private school. There was only 20 credits and you needed 20 to graduate, but other than the 20 credits, some classes were required. So let's say you transfer from a different school into your senior year, you still need to take those classes that are required to graduate, even though you already have the credits. And that's another big part that sucks, because you can have even more than enough credits, but you still won't get your diploma because you didn't take the required classes that they give, which is like computer or arts. But yeah, it's 0.5 credit a class per semester, and because we don't do quarters, like the school doesn't do quarters, they do semester, first semester and second semester. It's each one as a whole.
When we asked if she would recommend the school, she replied with,
if you're trying to learn, go ahead, but if you're like one of those type of people that are just gonna slack off and not care about school, then I suggest not, because that's how most of the school is. But if you're really interested in like learning and that, and you focus yourself, then, and if you're close by, of course, because you can only go there if you live in Cicero. But if you happen to move there and that's like the only school you have around, then just like focus on your study.
You have to go to the school in order to know what it's like.